Most people don't realize it, but they're trapped in a financial routine that never really changes. Wake up, earn money, pay expenses, start over. And years go by without anything fundamentally improving. But what if your financial life didn't need years to shift? What if in just 90 days you could completely change the direction of your money? Not through luck, not through risky investments, but by redesigning the way you think and act around money itself. Because that's the real game. Not more income, not perfect timing, better systems. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through a 3-stage framework that has helped people go from constant money stress to actual control and momentum. Some built their first real savings buffer in under 3 months. Some finally created income outside their job, and a few made changes big enough to walk away from work entirely. But here's the catch. Most people don't even make it past the first couple of weeks, and once you understand why, everything will click. Why 90 days actually works. Let's start with something important. Real change doesn't happen overnight, but it also doesn't need years. There's a sweet spot. Behavioral science shows that lasting habit change usually takes somewhere between 2 to 3 months. Not 21 days like you hear online, and not someday in the future either. 90 days is long enough to see real results, but short enough to stay motivated. You start noticing progress, you feel small wins, and those wins keep you going. But here's where most people go wrong. They try to fix everything at once. Budgeting, saving, investing, cutting expenses, overnight transformation. And within a few weeks, their brain burns out. Too many decisions, too much pressure. So they quit. This system avoids that completely. Instead of doing everything at once, it breaks your financial reset into 3 simple phases. Each one has a clear purpose. Each one builds on the last. You're not forcing change. You're designing it. Phase 1, days 1 to 30. See the truth. The first 30 days are not about fixing anything. They're about seeing clearly. Your only job? Track where your money goes. Every expense, every transaction, every small purchase. No guilt, no judgment, no restrictions. Just awareness. Because the truth is, most people don't actually know how they spend. They think they do, but there are always gaps. Money that disappears into small habits, subscriptions, random spending. And when you start tracking, something interesting happens. You naturally begin to pause. You question purchases. You notice patterns, not because you're forcing discipline, but because awareness changes behavior on its own. By the end of this phase, most people uncover things they didn't expect. Unused subscriptions, frequent food spending, small rewards that quietly cost thousands a year. And that clarity, that's where control begins. Phase 2, days 31 to 60. Take back control. Now you know where your money is going, so now you decide where it should go. This is where you rebuild your financial structure, but not through restriction, through intention. Start with your essentials, the non-negotiables, housing, food, basic needs. Those stay protected. Next, define your personal priorities. Not what society says, not what others expect, what actually matters to you. Security? Growth? Freedom, family, experiences, because your money should reflect your values, not someone else's. And once that's clear, you begin removing anything that doesn't support either survival or your priorities. And yes, this part can feel uncomfortable, because you're not just cutting expenses, you're changing identity, letting go of habits you once thought defined you. But here's the shift. You're not losing anything. You're creating space for something better. By the end of these 30 days, your money starts moving with purpose. Not randomly, not emotionally, but intentionally. Phase 3, days 61 to 90. Build momentum. Now comes the most powerful stage, because now you have something most people never reach. A surplus. Extra money that isn't already committed. And at this point, you face a choice: spend it or use it. This system gives that money a clear mission. 1. Protection first. Build a safety buffer. Start small, 1 month of expenses, then grow it. Because having that cushion changes how you think. You stop making decisions out of fear. You start thinking long-term. 2. Create new income paths. Now you can invest, not just in markets, but in opportunity, skills, side projects, small business ideas, anything that has the potential to generate returns. Your money starts working, not just sitting. 3. Enjoy the process. This part is often ignored, but it's critical. Set aside a portion, around 10%, for enjoyment, something that reminds you why you're doing this. Because money isn't meant to remove joy from life, it's meant to support it. Recap. What happens after 90 days? If you follow this system fully, something powerful happens. You don't just have more money, you have awareness, control, direction, confidence. You stop reacting to money and start directing it. Warning: why most people still fail. Not because the system doesn't work, but because they stop too early. Some quit in the first phase because tracking feels boring. Some quit in the second because change feels uncomfortable. And others hesitate in the final phase because they're unsure what to do next. But the solution is simple. Start small, stay consistent, keep moving. Final message. Your financial situation right now, it's not permanent. It's just the result of patterns you've been following, often without realizing it. But patterns can be changed, and systems can be redesigned. Give this 90 days of focused effort, and you won't just see different numbers in your account. You'll see a completely different version of yourself. If you're serious about changing your financial future, don't wait. Subscribe now, turn on notifications, and start today. Because 90 days from now, you should be looking back at this moment as the turning point.